It was when I stopped speaking, I went to work for the only person I worked for a year, and he was a really successful entrepreneur. And we worked on a startup for a year. And I had spent 2 years coalescing and learning about sales. And then he was the person that really brought everything together for me and taught me about sales. And he taught me the 5-step sales process, which is you can use this 5-step sales process to sell anything, to sell a product, to sell a service, to sell yourself to a girl or a guy, to sell anything, anyone, at any time. And that 5-step process is 1, gain interest, 2, establish credibility, 3, establish need, 4, offer a solution, and 5, have a system for an easy transaction. And what we often do when we try to motivate and persuade other people is we start talking about ourselves. How many friends do you how many friends do you have that just spend all their time talking about themselves? You know this person I'm talking about, right? By the way, if you don't know this person, you are this person. We're not interested in other people. We're interested in ourselves. You know why I don't get nervous when I speak in public and why I'm speaking to you right now? Because most people standing here are thinking, oh my gosh, I've got 400 pairs of eyes on me. They're all wondering what I'm going to say next and how I'm coming off. I know that's not the case. You're not thinking about me at all. You don't care about me at all. You shouldn't care about me at all. You care about yourself. You're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about how am I going to make money to get the things I want. You're thinking about who am I going to be dating and hanging out with. You're thinking about how you look physically. You know what we all think about all the time? Money, health, and love. When you're young, you think about how do you get money, how do you get sex, and how do you look. When you get old, you think about how do I not lose my money, how do I not have aches and pains, and how do I make sure that somebody who I've loved is still with me in my life. That's a thing that everybody thinks about in every moment of every day. And if you learn to talk to people about the things that they're thinking about, you're always able to persuade them. Number 2, establish credibility. You have credibility both because of the things you've done, but also who you are. Are you sincere? Are you straightforward? Are you honest? Are you transparent? Establish need. Here's the biggest trick of all. When I was 16, I got trained to speak. I got trained to be a crisis hotline volunteer. And I would pick up phone calls of other teens that were literally feeling suicidal and were about to take their life. It was called Teen Hotline in LA. And what they spent 10 weeks teaching us is don't ever give somebody advice. Don't ever tell them what to do. Just listen actively to what somebody says and reiterate it back to them. And women are naturally a lot better than this at men. They're just naturally more empathetic. They listen and then they just tell you what you just said. As guys, we're like, oh, here's what you're going to do. You do this, and you do that. You're going to fix it. You're going to do this. I mean, take John. John's like a big, important VC. He's called into board meetings. You think he sits there and actively listens and then empathetically says, oh, I feel your pain? No, he's like, get your shit done. Make money, right? He can't do that when he goes home with his wife. She's going to kick his ass. And so the way that we establish need is we simply ask other people, what are they looking for? What do they want? What are they thinking? And then all we have to do is tell back to them what they just said to us. And the trick is not that we understand what they need, but that they feel like we understand what they need. And that's when people say things to you like, oh my God, I can't believe someone finally understands the way I feel. What should I do? What do we do next? Where do we go from here? And it's in that moment you have the ability to persuade anybody in any direction and sell anything that you want to. And then what you do is you offer a solution that matches their need. You offer them something of value that matches the thing that they need help with. And you don't offer anything but that they told you that they were looking for. People will tell you what they need. And all you need to do in return is say if your product, if your service, if you as an individual can match that need for them. And then that last part about an easy transaction is really just about, let's get started right away. And it's that 5-step sales process that you can sell anything to anyone. So when I was in grad school, my first year in business school, I spent, as John said, I ran for student body president in business school. And I spent my entire second year of grad school, which was my first year of law school, which is pretty gnarly, even for someone that doesn't study a lot, launching a business plan competition at the Pepperdine Business School that had never been there before. And it was literally a full-time job.